This is Dr. Panda.
Hello, fellow humans. I am Dr. Red Panda. Recently, I was chatting with some of my friends and I was surprised to find that even in 2024, there are still people who believe that aliens do not exist. The reason they don't believe in the existence of aliens is simple: they have never seen them. But not seeing aliens is not the same as not believing in their existence. What is the difference between not believing that the Earth is a sphere because you have never been to space? Some conclusions can be drawn without personal experience. For example, I don't need to go outside to know how hot it is. I can just put a thermometer outside. So today's question is, why is it certain that aliens exist and that they have probably already contacted us? Here is our home planet Earth, where over 7 billion people live. But when we zoom out to the entire solar system that Earth is in, we can see that this planet is just the size of a pinhead. This is the entire space of the solar system, and this is Earth. Yes, our planet is that small. And Earth is just a planet. The mass of a planet is only equivalent to a single leg hair of a star. The nearest star to us, the Sun, is about 130 million times the volume of Earth. However, in the vast universe, the Sun is just another ordinary star. Beyond the Oort cloud, the diameter of our solar system spans approximately 200,000 astronomical units. To put that in perspective, 1 astronomical unit is about 150 million kilometers, so we're talking about a colossal distance of 20,000 times 150 million kilometers. It's already a scale that boggles the mind. But let's zoom out further. This vast expanse is our solar system, and within the nearby interstellar space, every bright dot represents a stellar system similar to our own. Our solar system is just a tiny speck in this grand panorama. Familiar stars like Altair are roughly 6 times the volume of our Sun, while Vega is about 33 times larger. Yet, even within the space containing numerous stellar systems, it's just a small dot in the immense Milky Way galaxy. Each bright dot surrounding our solar system in the Milky Way is a collection of many stellar systems. In the grand scheme of the Milky Way, our solar system is merely a pixel. The surrounding dots, each representing a multitude of stellar systems like our own, form a breathtaking tapestry. But the Milky Way is just an average galaxy in the grand scheme of the universe. It's one of the countless galaxies that make up our own local group, where every bright spot can be equated to a galaxy. In turn, the local group is part of the Virgo supercluster, where each tiny white dot represents a cluster of galaxies. And this supercluster is merely one of countless other superclusters within the nearby supercluster complex, where every tiny white dot is a supercluster on its own. Do you think that's all there is to it? Of course not. In the observable universe, even a whole nearby supercluster group is just a tiny white dot, so small that it can be ignored. And that's just the observable universe. There is still more universe beyond the observable universe. No one knows how big the universe is, and more importantly, no one knows how many universes like this there are. In modern cosmology, the universe is believed to have come from a state of nothingness, a process called the Big Bang. The Big Bang universe was filled with extreme energy. This energy caused the nothingness to split into particles and antiparticles. Particles make up matter, and antiparticles make up antimatter. If a particle and an antiparticle meet, they will annihilate and return to nothingness, releasing a huge amount of energy. This is the reverse of the process of the Big Bang. Therefore, in addition to the material universe that we live in, there must be at least one antimatter universe. However, we do not know how many Big Bangs have occurred in nothingness. If it can happen once, it should be able to happen twice. If it can happen twice, it should be able to happen 3 times. Right? Laozi already explained the creation of the universe in the Deideging. The way begets 1, 1 begets 2, 2 begets 3, and 3 begets all things. And one Big Bang can create 2 universes at once. In theory, the universe is infinite, just like the number of stars in the universe. This means that there are an infinite number of planets that could potentially support life. As a result, it is highly likely that extraterrestrial life exists somewhere in the universe. Why is it certain that aliens exist? If there were no Earth and no humans, that would be one thing. But since humans exist, that means the probability of advanced intelligent life emerging in the universe is not 0. And as long as the probability is not zero, the infinite size and number of the universe means that the probability of other advanced intelligent life existing is infinite. So there is no doubt that aliens must exist. I know that some people may think that since the universe is so big, aliens must exist. This is indeed convincing. But it is also because the universe is so big that we may never know each other's existence. And even if we know that there are humans like us on a certain planet, but they are in the antimatter universe, we still cannot contact them. Did the universe just burst into a calm explosion with a handshake? Well, don't rush, because in fact, many astronomical observations have already confirmed that our universe may be much livelier than we imagine. Firstly, due to the objective existence of Earth, we can now confirm that the probability of advanced intelligent civilizations existing in the universe is not zero. However, even if this probability is not exactly zero, if it approaches zero infinitely, we might never have the chance to encounter extraterrestrial beings even until Earth's destruction. Many scientists, though, believe that the probability of advanced intelligent civilizations is not as low as we might think. The question then becomes, how high is this probability? American astrophysicist Frank Drake once proposed a famous equation known as the Drake equation or chloramine equation. It looks like this. Here, n represents the number of civilizations in our galaxy that we could potentially communicate with. The variables are defined as follows. R is the average rate of star formation in our galaxy. Fp is the fraction of those stars that have planets. Ne is the average number of planets that could potentially support life per star with planets. Fl is the fraction of those planets where life actually evolves. Phi is the fraction of planets with intelligent life. Fc is the fraction of planets with intelligent life that develop technology to communicate. And L is the expected lifespan of such a technologically advanced civilization. Using the lowest estimates in our calculations, we could deduce that there are at least 40 advanced civilizations within our Milky Way galaxy. However, if we were to calculate using the maximum values for each variable, the number could be as high as 50 million advanced civilizations. The renowned American science fiction writer Isaac Asimov also proposed a similar formula and estimated that there are about 530,000 planets with advanced civilizations in our galaxy, which falls within the calculated range. Indeed, just as historical research cannot rely solely on written records but also requires evidence from archaeological excavations, we cannot merely speculate on paper about advanced civilizations. We must use astronomical observations for verification. According to astronomical observations, it is estimated that on average, every star in the Milky Way galaxy hosts at least one planet. Certainly, the actual number of planets is likely more than the estimate because planets do not emit light and can only be detected through methods like the transit method, which can miss many of them. But even if we take the most conservative estimate that every star has on average just one planet, then the Milky Way would have at least 200 billion stars and thus the same number of planets. From the 5,000 exoplanets that have been confirmed to date, nearly 30 are considered potentially habitable, a ratio of about 0.6%. This suggests that the Milky Way could have around 1.2 billion potentially habitable planets. Within those 1.2 billion, having hundreds of thousands of planets with advanced civilizations seems quite plausible. Therefore, our universe and our own galaxy could very well be teeming with extraterrestrial life. The Soviet astronomer Nikolai Kardashev categorized civilizations into three types. A Type 1 civilization can harness and utilize energy at the scale of its home planet. A Type 2 can extend its reach to harness the energy of its entire stellar system, and a Type 3 civilization is capable of utilizing energy on the scale of an entire galaxy. By this classification, humanity is clearly still at a Type 1 stage, but we've only taken a few thousand years to get from 0 to 1. And the pace of progress is visibly accelerating. So, as long as we don't self-destruct, it may not take many millennia to reach Type 3. In other words, it could be said that a civilization might evolve from 0 to 3 in just 10,000 years, a mere blink of an eye in the lifetime of a planet. Our Earth is roughly 4.5 billion years old, still a youngster compared to the universe's age of about 13.8 billion years. Given this age gap, it's highly probable that other advanced civilizations could have reached a Type 3 status well before Earth even had simple life forms. Based on all these factors, it's entirely plausible to believe that Earth has been visited by extraterrestrials numerous times already. So here comes the question. Why have we not yet found evidence of alien visitations? The American physicist Freeman Dyson theorized in 1960 that a planet like Earth inherently contains limited energy resources which are insufficient to support the development of its civilizations to an advanced stage. Dyson posited that the planets in our solar system receive only 1/1,000,000th of the sun's emitted energy and that a highly advanced civilization would inevitably have the capability to envelop the sun with a colossal spherical structure. Such a construct would capture a substantial amount of the sun's radiative energy, ensuring the long-term support of their civilization and enabling it to reach a sufficient level of advancement. This concept is known as a Dyson sphere. If the Dyson sphere theory were valid, it would not be surprising that we have never had formal contact with aliens. By merely observing our sun and noting the absence of such a structure, extraterrestrial explorers could deduce that our planet's inhabitants haven't achieved the construction of a Dyson sphere and are still in an early stage of civilizational development. Just as we wouldn't consider it worthwhile to interact with monkeys, they might find no reason to engage with us. However, Dyson's hypothesis appears increasingly untenable in the light of more recent developments. Over the past few decades, humans have identified more efficient energy sources, such as the annihilation of matter with antimatter, which mirrors a reverse Big Bang, generating matter and antimatter from nothingness. The amount of energy released from the annihilation of a mere half-gram of antimatter could rival that of the Hiroshima atomic explosion. Additionally, there is zero-point energy, as proposed by quantum mechanics, a form of energy that exists independent of matter, akin to extracting free energy from the vacuum of space. It's claimed that the zero-point energy found in just a cubic centimeter could rival the energy of the Big Bang. Hence, in comparison to hypotheses involving annihilation and zero-point energy, the Dyson sphere appears overly cumbersome. If a civilization has advanced to a Type 2 or Type 3 stage, the existence of a Dyson sphere would be even more improbable. So why haven't we seen aliens yet? I just said that aliens might not see the need to interact with us, just like we don't bother to interact with monkeys. So has anyone ever thought about how animals see us humans? What kind of existence are we in their eyes? The reason I ask this question is because I'm wondering if there is a possibility, just a possibility, that we have actually been in frequent contact with aliens, just like animals on the African savanna occasionally encounter a few humans. Only we don't have enough wisdom to understand their existence. And that's a wrap for this episode of the video. I'm DR.RED Panda. If any of you have your own perspectives, or if you think there are any errors in the video, feel free to leave a comment in the discussion section. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. Until next time, take care.